Credit is the ability of a customer to obtain goods or services before payment, based on the trust that the payment will be made in the future. There are many different ways you can check your credit score. You can request a free copy of your credit report from each of three major credit reporting agencies: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. There's also apps such as Credit Karma, and you can check your credit score here as well.
When we are young, we tend to ignore our credit either out of ignorance, a lack of understanding for its importance, or just out of laziness. Many teenagers, due to age, seem to neglect credit and as a result have very poor credit or lack of credit entirely. In the first scenario, this means that the possible consequences are high interest rates. It makes it hard to get loans or mortgages, and the spending limit on credit cards is going to be very low, and your APR is going to be higher. If you have a good credit, it will be easier to get loans, the APR on credit cards will be lower, and the spending limits on the credit cards will be higher. If you lack credit entirely, most likely you are young. It will be very hard to get loans. The interests on many things will be extremely high. It will be hard to get credit cards, and the spending limit on them will be extremely high, and they will most likely want a security deposit in case you default on your payments.
Have you ever wondered what a credit card is and how it works? Well, your boy has got your back. Credit card is a little piece of plastic that allows you to borrow money from a bank and then pay them back later with interest. So let's say you buy a burger with a credit card. That card would get a balance. That balance is the amount you owe back to the bank. So let's say you racked up too high of a balance on your card and you can't pay it back right away. Well, there's usually a 30-day pay cycle where you can pay it back without penalties. If you wait farther than that, though, you can pay some back, but you will accumulate interest on that balance, which means essentially the balance on the card goes up because the payment wasn't paid in full. That interest is called APR. APR stands for annual percentage rate. This is the amount of interest you'd get on a credit card with a positive balance.